Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Before You X Me. It's your boy JJ.
And I go by the name of AK. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you can get these quality videos we're putting out.
Yeah, so AK, a few days ago, news came out that a Hall of Famer NFL player, Shannon Sharpe, and some of you might remember Shannon Sharpe from this Cat Williams interview.
Women, I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. And remember,
This was when Cat Williams went on his podcast, and what Cat Williams basically spoke about, not dating white women or not messing with white women. But this is where I think Cat Williams is sometimes a prophet, honestly speaking. The guy says a lot of things that we find funny, but ultimately, some of those things tend to come true sometimes. But this one is specifically in regards to the lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe by a girl that he met in the gym, right? And he moved to. Now, I don't want to focus too much on the lawsuit. If you don't already know about the lawsuit, go and research it because it is actually quite interesting. But I'll just give you a quick preview of it.
This just in, the Texas attorney who targeted Sean Diddy Combs with dozens of civil lawsuits on behalf of John and Jane Does allegedly victimized by the music mogul has a new target in his sights: NFL legend Shannon Sharpe. A brand new lawsuit was just filed in Nevada claiming Sharpe was manipulative and abusive and eventually sexually assaulted a Jane Doe, with the latest claims allegedly happening as recently as January. We got our hands on the filing and we're going to break down everything you need to know.
So, not to focus so much on the actual lawsuit.
On the legal side of
Yeah.
What do you want to focus on?
Okay,
Say follow
so
white woman.
no, be just say follow white woman. There's a reason why I wanted to talk about this with you, because I know that you and this guy has a thing in common. Now, the reason why I want to bring this up is,
Go on.
first of all, we both like spending time in the gym. He met this girl in the gym. At the time, he was about 50-something years old.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Forget the age. You say man, you spend a lot of time in the gym. You don't chat girl up for gym.
I try my best not to, but yes, I have.
Have girls chatted you up in the gym?
Yes, they have.
Have you not any girl from the gym?
Yes, I have.
That's what I'm saying. A gym for me.
No. But wait. First of all,
Eh?
we see what babes wear to the gym. Let's not pretend like we don't see it.
And me too, have started wearing scanty clothes to the gym as well.
Well, you don't dress like a shout.
Oh man, they wear vest, any small thing, vest and hot short knicker. Me too, I be city boy.
I guess the Ashawos don't take over the gym at this point.
Oh, but that's me, man. That's me.
Ashawo people don't take over the gym. Anyway, back to the story in hand.
Yes.
He met this girl when she was 19 years old. That's where I want to start from.
Suki now. You catch him young. Academy product. Oh, 19. You know she's still not even reach her prime yet.
Fam, are you alright?
She's still not even reach her peak. She's still growing. She's still in the oven. You know they look and say that yeast still needs to rise up. Sorry, highlight your word. Sorry.
AK, this guy just small past puberty.
19. Is that illegal?
No, it's not illegal.
Hold on. What am I doing wrong now?
It's hard to explain to someone who's morally bankrupt like you.
No, I just have a taste.
No.
Don't say morals. I just have a taste.
Okay. Look at it this way.
Okay.
Let's say you're 53 years old.
For sure.
And your child comes home with a guy that's your age.
Stop using my child in this.
No, but you can't.
But I didn't have a child.
See, it's all fun and games until it happens to you.
Alright, just roll up with Shannon Sharpe. So he's 53. He meets this 19-year-old girl in the gym.
He meets this 19-year-old girl in the gym. They start to chat. He tried to get the girl to sign NDA. The girl refused to sign an NDA.
Smart boy.
Over a period of time, he gave up on making the girl sign NDA. So he proceeded to have this sexual affair with the girl. Right now, the relationship lasted like I think over a year or so, where they started to have extra relationships. Right?
What's extra relationship?
They started to knack. Basically, they knack each other.
As they should.
But the knacking can't turn into freaky.
Ooh, wait, Jay. Again, Suki now.
So this girl put in a lawsuit with that lawyer where accused Sean, Jay-Z and Diddy, saying they knocked 13-year-old and the guy the thing flop. That same lawyer, they now filed a lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe. Now when they filed that lawsuit, now they use Jane Doe, of course, because they don't want to release her name.
Okay.
But according to law, you can't necessarily keep that a secret if it's two adults and there's no sensitivity around releasing who or danger around releasing who the person is or the person's name.
Quick one, yeah? Is this a criminal or civil suit?
I think it's civil suit. Yeah, it's a civil suit.
So just after the money?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So basically, before she even filed the lawsuit, I think Shannon Sharpe was already aware of it because he made an offer to pay her off 10 million. Apparently.
So this is the same thing as Diddy Cassie, like obviously people told Diddy, say this is we're going to sue settle so it doesn't go public.
So he made an offer of around 10 million. But the girl refused. Now this is the tricky part is, if you know Shannon Sharpe quite well, or if you know of Shannon Sharpe, you know that the guy owns the podcast Shay Shay. And I think he's on the ESPN network. Okay. I think it is. Now he's in the process of signing a new deal worth 100 million. Right, negotiation proceeded on a Friday. This girl filed a lawsuit on a Sunday. Now he's been temporarily suspended from ESPN, right? And bear in mind that negotiation is going on. And remember what you learned from Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, right?
You cooking?
An accusation is almost as bad as being guilty in this day and age.
Johnny Depp was found.
It was found at the time he paid Amber Heard, didn't he? And then they went through the laws where he sued her or whatever, and then he got cleared based on the evidence that came out. I think that's what happened. But anyway, based on it, but by that time, Johnny Depp had already lost so much deals, so much money is already lost at the time when that happened. Remember Jonathan Majors, when that white girl had him running?
Yes.
Right?
But Jonathan Majors, came out eventually that there was evidence where
he was already dropped by Marvel.
So it was dropped by Marvel.
He was already dropped by Marvel
before being cleared.
So an accusation is just as bad as being found guilty. So anyway, after this lawsuit came out now, Shannon Sharpe now dropped a statement. In that statement, Shannon Sharpe released some of the conversations that they had in text message. And this is where I go no, say you go no, official I say can no get sense. Because they look in reaction to this thing. Just they look. So the girl sent a text to Shannon Sharpe on October 7, 2023, saying, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you dey knock me.
Wait, now the girl say make the guy knock him like dog. Why they knock him?
Why they knock him? They choke him with dog collar.
Yes! Go on! Turn me on, JJ, turn me on!
I don't even know how old she is at this point. I think she's probably about 20 years old at this point, right? Or 19. With anyone. This is your do fire. She sent another text message right on the 1st of January 2025. I know you missed this big juicy nyash. 25k for each chicks.
25k for each nyash.
Oh well, look.
This is her saying all of this.
This is her saying all of this.
So what's wrong? Go on. This thing is go on, JJ. Don't spoil the porn side.
There was a video evidence that Shannon Sharpe knew was going to come out, right?
Oh, they do sex tape.
Yeah, but it's now being used as evidence against him to show the level of violence that he had towards the girl during their nyashing.
But you said she sent a text saying, dog collar, choke me while you're knacking me.
Yeah.
So why is there violence here?
Whether or not he's found guilty, his reputation somewhat is already damaged.
To certain people.
What do you mean to certain people? Professionally?
To me, it's not.
Yeah, because you know well.
Oh my God.
You know, say you know well. You salaro.
Okay, so go on.
His reputation is already to some extent damaged. Do you not see a lesson to learn in all of these men that I mentioned to you? Number 1, Johnny Depp.
Okay.
Amber Heard. Number 2, Jonathan Majors.
Okay.
Number 3, Shannon Sharpe. Should I continue mentioning the names of men that their reputation were, messed up by extra allegations?
You're telling the wrong person.
I know, side. Now, why they try bring you to the side where they reason with sense for this?
Jay, if you have the money, pay for it and continue knacking.
Oh my God.
That's life. You live life once.
The babe now only fans babe as well on top.
Oh, she be extra freaky.
Oh my God. Now wait till you see with that for all of this.
As I close my eyes, don't wonder she get video clip.
So now wait till you see for all of this thing be that. Say she go the extra freaky. Teach you, may you stay away from young girls.
Whoa! Now that's one thing I'm very passionate about.
Okay.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Listen.
I had a
How old was she?
She was 19.
And he was
50 something.
Okay. Now tell me how many men want to tell me they're not attracted to young girls right now?
By nature, men are attracted to younger women.
And also by nature, women, do they like older guys?
Yes, they do, because women practice hypogamy.
And we are practicing lopogamy.
Oh my God.
All right. So what is the problem? It's the age with the youth. What is the problem?
Okay, I'll tell you what the problem is.
Oh shit.
Right. If you can go beyond what's legal and what's illegal.
Okay.
And just look at the moral grounds. Where a 50-something years old is moving to a 19-year-old in the gym. To me, that comes across as grooming. and it comes across as you don't have a level of moral that you need to have in the society we currently live in. Because I'll tell you now for a fact, right? And I was in a club in Birmingham one time, right? And this 21-year-old babe came up to me, right? And she was throwing everything on the table. I told the girl at the time I was 38.
Okay.
I said, I'm a big man compared to you. I'm much older than you, man.
All right.
She said, that doesn't matter. Yeah.
At some point that night,
was I tempted?
No, I'm coming there.
Okay.
At some point that night, he boosted your ego.
Of course, you get to think, yes, I still got it. I can still pull a young thing.
Exactly. 2,
Yeah.
It made you also feel young some kind of way.
It made me feel some kind of way. Yeah.
All right. 2, 3. Like you said, you felt tempted.
Yes, I was tempted. Yes.
Okay, so that's just nature. Don't fight nature, JJ.
No, but see now,
Don't
this is where discipline then comes in. I'll tell you what, let's look at it historically. Do you know how many times black men have been strung up on the road because one young white babe decides, say, the knacking with the knockam, she talks, say she no want to do it. We have a long history of black men being, and you know what, let me even take out black men because it happens to white men as well. There's a story of a babe, let me even see if I can find it. A girl that cheated on her boyfriend and then claimed that she was kidnapped because she now felt bad or felt some type of way. I don't know what she felt, right?
Pro young girls, if you're legal and you like an older guy, shoot your shot. Some are ducking like him. I'll catch that shot. If you have daddy issues, I'm here to fix it. We attract. Opposite attract. Young, old is opposite and it attracts. That is law of attraction. Jay, no spoil market for me. Hey, all you young girls watching this thing, if you think I'm your type, come. Age ain't nothing but a number. While you pass the legal age, you shoot your shot at me, I will catch the bullet with my teeth. You know what I'm saying?
So what age does she have to pass?
20.
So anything 20 upwards?
No, not upwards. 20 to 25. After 25, once you're after 26, go.
What? So you're basically like trying to do this thing that was, what's his name? This guy does.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I like young girls, they look good, they are fun, easy to maintain, they don't have any PTSD, trauma, or carry any baggage. They just like good fun, and they just like the protection of a real man. They're tired of knacking the age mate who don't know how to knack. They might have 6 rounds in him in the whole night, but that 6th round is crap to them. For me, old pops, I got 1 round. But Jay, you see that 1 round in the night?
Yeah.
Putting everybody to sleep. It's probably at 22 minutes on a good day.
I feel like I want to unpack this nonsense that you've just said.
Let's unpack it because you were in the club, right?
Yeah.
Small team moved to you.
Yeah.
Small team looked at you and said, I ain't messing with my age mate. I want to mess with that big man things. Because she knows you're matured. She knows you can look after her. She knows you can nurture her. She knows your brain, your intelligence, your level of thinking is higher than her age mate. Let me learn. That's why she moved to you. Now it's our job to look after these young girls who want to come to us. So find out the legal age. There's nothing wrong. Opposite attract. Don't run from young girls.
Okay,
I won't run.
My friend, that could have easily been my friend's child. My friend had a baby when we were 17. His child now, I think it was a boy he had at that time. His child now is older than that babe. Fam, that could have easily been my child, bro.
Why we bring that? No.
Because that's true. That's true. I'm old enough to be her dad. That's the thing. That's a fact.
Okay. You stated the fact that you're old enough to be her dad.
Yes.
But you felt tempted.
Temptation is natural to human beings.
Because it's a natural thing for a young chick to like an older, strong guy.
Look, okay, I've realized that at some point I have to give up on certain conversation because I know I'm never going to convince certain people to look at things from a moral ground. And I'm not the moral police, neither am I saying I'm pure and holy. I had my years when I was a madman.
Yeah.
You get. But you reach a certain level when you become healed.
So you think you're healed?
Yeah,
I
believe I'm healed, and I believe I'm much grown now for me to know when to walk away from temptation and to leave temptation alone where it is. Because you know when sometimes some babes may do something and then regret it in the morning. Say for example now, me and a 29-year-old or a 30-year-old did something.
That's too high. Come low. Say 23. Say 20, 29, 30.
Wait, just wait now. Just wait. As a 40-year-old man now, me and a 29-year-old done a thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
So?
And she woke up the next morning and regrets it and tried to say that I did hanky-panky with her. It looks less worse than if the girl is 20 years old or 19 years old. Nobody go follow you hear that story, follow you hear that talk, say, yeah, she agreed, she of age of consent. No.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So I've been shooting my shot at younger chicks. How come I've never come across this problem?
Be thanking your God.
It's not thanking my God. It's I know how to handle this situation.
There's multiple things I'll show you. First of all, let me show you the story of this woman.
This lady did the weirdest thing, bruh, to cheat on her husband. Her name is Sherry Papini. This was in 2016. She one day decided to go take a walk, and while she was walking, apparently apparently she just vanished and didn't come back home. And mind you, she has a husband and 2 kids. So he goes out himself. He starts looking around for her with his kids. Pretty much nothing comes up. So he's like, what the hell? Ends up putting out like a police report. They end up putting out like missing person posters and stuff like that around the city. They look for this girl for 3 weeks. After the 3 weeks, bro, they ended up finding this girl on the side of a highway, and she was tied up. She had like a bag over her head, and she was super beat up, and like her nose was broken and stuff like that. Yeah. They start to ask her questions like, who are these people you think that kidnapped you and whatever? She said, I didn't get a good look at them, but I just know they were 2 Mexican women. She even gives them like a description, so they do like a sketch of both of these women, and she said like they were both wearing like bandanas. And for some reason, they kind of felt like the story just kind of didn't make sense. They basically were like, okay, well, can we get your clothes from the crime scene? They end up confiscating old girl's clothes. What they end up finding is super interesting. There was no women that have any play in this at all through the DNA on her clothes. It actually was DNA from her ex-boyfriend that they found. So they end up going and visiting this girl's ex-boyfriend, and the minute he sees the cops, bro is like, oh, hell nah, bro. She literally created this whole thing. It's a hoax. It's not even true. She beat herself up.
To the point where she broke her own nose?
Tied herself up, all of this other stuff. This girl ends up getting caught up because dude snitches on her and pretty much gives them the whole breakdown. Like, she pretty much just wanted to cheat on her husband, and she did not want her family to find out.
That is insane.
I'm just trying to get you to understand
But how old
that
is
your
this woman?
reckless ways will cost you one day.
But how old is this old woman?
I don't know how old she is at all.
So how is this now which reckless way? Do I have children with woman that will cheat on me with her ex? No.
No, AK, no. I think you're missing the point. The point is that you can do something with a woman and then she can one day decide that she was no longer happy with the thing you did with her. Because I don't actually know whether or not there's any truth around this girl being choked, because apparently the tape that they brought as well was a bit doctored. So I don't know if there's any truth around it or not. But ultimately, my point is, no go do something where be say go choke you. Because this life, they choke. True, they choke. No be small.
I want to do something now, yeah?
Yeah.
I need you to give me your advantages of dating a woman around your age or same age as you.
No, I don't necessarily need to have advantage or disadvantage, because people vary. There's no set advantage for us dating someone who is 30, or you could date someone who's 30 and they could behave like an absolute child. You could date someone who's 25 and they could behave like a 19-year-old. And you could date a 25-year-old or 24-year-old that behaves more mature and more healed than anybody else. And that's just the fact. So there's no set advantage or disadvantage to dating, whatever. All I know is this life rough. Don't make it any rougher for yourself.
That is why I date younger females. 1, less dramatic. 2, they don't carry no baggage. 3, I don't have to deal with no trauma. 4, they don't have to put all their past issues and put on me and reflect on me. 5, they are fun. 6, very easy to maintain. 7, they look good. 8, the coitus is fantastic. 9, the body is nice. And 10, the chances of leaving Smalley there. You go, come back, she's still there. All she has to do is not be on TikTok. Oh, it's gone.
I guess it all depends on what you're looking
Small
for.
girls, listen.
If you're looking for just some fun, then yeah, no, maybe it makes sense.
Hey, small girls, if you're having daddy issues and you want it to be cured, holla at your daddy. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
There was a woman that said something that actually I got a little bit offended at first. From a deeper look into what she said, she's not really wrong in most parts. I think in some parts she's just a little bit bitter, and you could tell that she's a bit of a bitter woman. But apart from that, she said something profound about men. She was basically saying that a man is one silly mistake away from ruining his life. And I think it's absolutely true. Look, life no easy. Being any gender, I'm not saying one's life is easier than the other. But what I'm saying is, just don't make mistakes that could potentially ruin your life and you struggle to come back from it. Some of us work corporate jobs, and there are certain mistakes that we just can't afford to make because our jobs feed our family. We're not billionaires, we're not millionaires, we're not these people, these celebrities online. I can't live life like Leonardo DiCaprio because I have too much to lose. I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm saying for me, the things I have to lose are just way too much for me to be moving a certain type of way. And if something is likely to affect my life in that sense, I don't commit crimes because I know I can't afford to go to jail. I don't mess with younger babes because I know I can't afford to be accused of any sort of sexual anything.
God,
it's just my own personal opinion.
I want you to say this. Stop saying younger babes because it sounds wrong. Say younger legal babes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, however you want to put it.
Younger legal babes. I like to leave.
Love my husband, but I don't trust my husband. And he knows that. Every man is one stupid mistake away from exploding his whole life.
Don't you think that every woman is also one stupid mistake?
I think we cheat, but we meant to do it. Like, we'll have premeditated affairs. We've already been in love with him for 18 months. I think a respectable husband and father can leave the house one day with good intentions.
And meet a brand new person they didn't know existed.
Slip into a sex worker, like, I just don't trust them, any of them.
Interesting.
I think 20 years from now, having a dick will qualify you for disability insurance. I'm in a good marriage. I don't know how I landed on that. And I tell people I'm in my 5th and final year of marriage. My husband goes, are you? Yeah, maybe.
Has he ever betrayed you?
She has a point.
She has
But
points.
this is a woman in her 5th year of her 5th marriage. She's been married 5 times. And you wonder why she speaks like this. Of course.
She's attracting rubbish.
I mean, look,
That's the energy she
each
puts
to
out.
their own, but she made the point. Me, I can look at when someone is right and honestly say, yeah, that person is right on some topic. And that's absolutely true. Men, one stupid mistake can cost you every single thing. And as a man, when you have responsibilities, you also have to line it up with discipline.
You see that thing you just said? You see that one single mistake when you're just doing it, it's not sweeting. You just say, I just want to feel the skin. You know, take that rubber off.
Take it off. Oh my God.
I see that first stroke
That.
as you enter, that first feeling. Yeah!
So,
Jay, hold on. You still use rubber?
bro, look, let's just leave that topic. That's my sexual life is none of your business. With a man.
Wait, what do you mean? I'm just saying. Okay, are you an artificial guy? Are you a natural guy?
I'm whatever I need to be for the occasion. And that's just the absolute truth. Whatever I need to be for the occasion, that's absolute truth.
Politician.
No, but it's true now. It's true now. If I did not just one person, why I won't use them for waiting? If na person will be say anyway, that leads me to our next next topic. There's something else I want to discuss with you today. But anyway, before you click off, please make sure you like, comment, share, and let's know what your thoughts are on these things, man.
Hey, young girls, holla at your boy. I ain't going nowhere. I'm legal, baby. Talk to Zaddy, help you out.
Peace.